6 months ago, I committed to YouTube. The idea being to consume less and create more. And as I sat there on my phone this morning, scrolling and consuming, I found myself frustrated. Frustrated that I was stuck in this endless negative feedback loop and disappointed in myself. And disappointed because there are so many better ways that you and I can be spending our time rather than consuming. Because what I'm finding hard is that consuming doesn't make me the best version of me. In fact, I would argue that it makes me one of the worst versions of me. That isn't saying that there isn't a place for consumption and there isn't a place to enjoy other people's art and their creations. But there is such thing as too much. I want to create more. I want to write more. I want to be more. And an addiction to my phone isn't going to solve that. So today I'm bringing this to you. 1, to hold me accountable. 2, because I think if you're watching this and you've made it this far, you too are having this problem. And 3, because why the hell not? I want to spend less time on my phone so I'm a better friend, a better partner, a better creator, a better person. A skill, and granted it's looking at a screen, but it's a skill nonetheless. Putting that time into writing scripts, into writing ideas, into brainstorming and trying new stuff has all helped me for both now and in the long run. I finally feel like I'm getting my feet under me in this creation world and in this YouTube world. Have I gone viral? Absolutely not, but that isn't the point. The point is to create so that we consume less. So once a week for the last 6 months, I posted a YouTube video. And to me, that feels like a big deal for someone that was afraid to do it in the first place. But it's also a skill that I've tremendously enjoyed. And I've enjoyed being honest and creating and being myself. So as technology advances and screen times increase, spending more time in a virtual world than a real world, I challenge both you and I to go make more stuff. 3 months ago, I incorporated a rule in which I don't watch TV during the week. It's been great. But now I want to take it to another step. There was a year of my life where I was an outdoor education teacher and I spent more time outside in a tent than I did sleeping in my own bed. And ironically enough, that is probably the best I have felt mentally in my entire life. And of course it is, because I spent so much more time outside. At the moment, I can't replicate that. But what I can do is I can spend more time doing skills that fill me up than consuming things that don't. This experiment to consume less and create more has been an interesting one. It hasn't been smooth sailing. There are times where I have had to consume far more in order to create. There are times where I've spent more time on a screen and my screen time has increased. There are times where I have questioned whether I should be doing it at all. And I have deemed for me that it is an overall benefit learning a new skill, putting in the time and the effort, even if it is something that I only do temporarily. So for the next 3 months, I'm going to challenge both you and I to create more and consume less. For me, it's going to be trying to get my screen time on my phone down to 3 hours a day, whilst trying to create for a minimum of 1 hour every single day. For you, it could be entirely different, but I just want to throw that invitation, that challenge, and that idea out to you that perhaps the amount that we're consuming is not healthy and creating is more enriching, it is more wholesome, it is more you. Because that is what I felt in my experience. And the more I create, the better I feel. And it is a visceral reaction of how it transgresses through the other elements of my life, while also being incredibly conscious and aware of not shaming and guilting yourself over the consumption that you have had in the past or in the future. We live in a tricky world, and I'm being honest with this because it is something that I struggle with. And if you're watching and you've made it this far, I am sure it is something that you struggle with too. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it. If you want to consider subscribing and sharing with someone that you think might like it, that would be appreciated. But in the meantime, perhaps stop watching this video and consuming and go make your own art. Anyway, see you back here for the next one.